You're listening to the Gloucester Cast Podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Good morning, Gloucester.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, Gloucester.
Afternoon, yes, it is officially afternoon.
It is officially afternoon. Very exciting order of business to take care of today. We finally locked down our second beneficiary. We knew from the get-go. I should introduce Pat and Jimmy Dalpiaz.
Good afternoon, Gloucester.
I'm Joey Shimataro. But our Tipsy, we'll give a little bit of background, very quick. It wasn't even a week ago.
No, it wasn't. Wow.
It wasn't even a week ago.
You're right. It's a week
literally
tomorrow. Wow. Yeah.
We came up with Tipsy Seagull ice cream, and holy cow, has been unbelievable manufacturing it for us. And Ryan and Wood donated a bottle of his malt whiskey to help with the production. It's chocolate ice cream with malted milk balls, white chocolate chips, Ryan and Wood malt whiskey, and toasted coconut.
Yep.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It's so rich and creamy. Oh my God, it's good. It's
selling out.
Yep.
As soon as they can manufacture it, 2 days in a row. But when we announced it, we really wanted Holy Cow to be successful. So Chris and I said, we will donate $100 each towards two charities. One we knew right off the bat, Alzheimer's Association, which Warren Waugh, the Bluefin Blowout, they didn't get to have it last year. So it's nice to be able to give. Because my father was affected. Our family is affected by him having Alzheimer's. Also, other people in our family. But the second one is going to be suicide awareness. But we didn't have the organization nailed down.
Partly because we wanted it local.
But I really didn't. I knew. Well, Warren Waugh and Sedalia Schwartz do such a good job with their. The Alzheimer's Association, that was always in front of us. We knew that one.
We knew where to go for
the
that.
Suicide awareness, I wasn't so in tune with the organization. This one, I should give credit where credit is due. We were having lunch at back in Mile Marker.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole Schraft gets the credit for finding this organization. I haven't announced it yet, have I?
No, you have not.
We're teasing.
No, we're teasing it.
That's what we call it. Teaser in the business. Teaser. But we're going to make a phone call to the director. And actually, we're not going to, let's see if I sent a link, but I don't think that they know what it's all about yet.
So while you're looking at that, I see that, hey, Scotty Mac, how you doing, buddy? And we got Rosemary Ferrara, Brenda Shockey-Leahy. That's great, guys. Good to see everybody.
All right. Let's see. This should be a good.
How's it feel to have Pat in the front row?
I know. Normally Pat's behind on the keyboard.
I know. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit like I should be.
We got Rosemary Ferrara, Scotty Mac, Brenda Shockey-Leahy chiming in so far. Any other of our friends? We'd love to hear from you. All right. So. We're waiting right now, putting in the call. All right, let's see.
It's going to be
exciting.
We've given away a couple of pints of that ice cream to people who are just raving about it. They're just really happy. Our landlord, next door neighbors, they just.
The ice cream is stupid.
It really is.
It's so good. The way I would describe it would be if you put 1,000 different flavors of gourmet ice cream in front of me, I would still go towards our Tipsy Seagull ice cream.
Well, the chocolate for me is would draw me in for sure.
All the little bits and pieces of everything in there.
All right. I think that we have our beneficiary.
Yay.
Okay.
She doesn't know yet, though. I don't think so. All right.
Plate straight.
Okay.
Plate straight.
And
Click.
hello.
Hmm.
Wow. I feel like, is that Satan?
Sorry, my speaker was off.
There you
No,
go.
you sound
we
great.
heard you.
You sound great. This is.
Is it really dark? Am I really dark?
You look
I
like
have another computer. You want me to try the other one? It might be less.
No, you're fine. You can. We can hear you. So let's go like this. You are Dory Prescott,
I am, yes.
and you represent NAMI, NAMI, Cape Ann.
That's correct. Yes.
We have raised a little bit of money, almost unintentionally, for a couple of different organizations. And one of them had to do with suicide awareness. And you at NAMI Cape Ann, NAMI Cape Ann,
Yes.
really help out with mental illness. So can you? And so we don't have a complete tally yet because we're going to collect donations right through Thursday night. If people want to donate, they can earmark it for your organization, or they can earmark it for Alzheimer's Association, and we will be presenting the checks next weekend. And we're not taking the checks ourselves. We want it made out to the organizations. If someone is donating to your organization, should the check say?
NAMI Cape Ann. N-A, capital N, capital A, capital M, capital I, and then Cape Ann.
Can you tell us, the viewers, exactly what your mission is?
Sure. So NAMI stands for National Alliance on Mental Illness, and we're part of a larger organization. There's National NAMI and there's State NAMI, and we're one of 18 affiliates around the state. And our mission is to advocate, educate, and support those living with a mental illness or their family members. And we do that in a variety of ways.
And what are the areas that you support?
Can you repeat that question? I'm sorry.
Hold on one second. I want to make sure this right here checked off. Okay. Okay. What are you hearing an echo? I just want to make sure.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ignore that then.
Okay.
What are some of the geographic areas that you support?
NAMI Cape Ann, we cover all of Cape Ann, the 4 towns on Cape Ann and Ipswich. So we're that's our main focus, but anyone that calls us, we're going to try to help.
And what are some of the type of things that you help with?
Well, if someone calls and they're looking for information, then we can give them information about a variety of topics, depending on what their issue is. We do advocacy. We have an advocacy rep from our board who works with state reps and goes to advocacy days at the State House to work on legislative initiatives and keeps us abreast of what's happening statewide. And then we have our education and support programs, which I think really touch a lot of individuals. And we've seen a big increase in requests for these over the pandemic. So we have a support group. We have 2 actually. If we're meeting in person, one is in Gloucester, one is in Ipswich. Right now they're all by Zoom. And each group meets once a month. One on the second Tuesday of the month, one on the third Monday. And these are for family members of people who have loved ones with a mental health diagnosis. And so they come for support. And that's what we do during that time. We have an hour and a half where we check in, see how people are doing, and then we offer mutual support from other family members who are either facing something similar or have faced something similar in the past. So that's one of our things that we do.
Well, I can imagine a time that something like your organization would be more needed than it has been this past year.
Yes.
You must be overflowing with, the phone calls, and your programming must be jammed up. And I hope that the money that is raised will go to to make a difference locally, because Good Morning Gloucester, we're a hyper local blog, and selfishly with this sort of the picking this group, I wanted to see if it could be something that will actually directly impact the people from our area.
Absolutely. The programs are open to anyone that wants to join in. And when we're in person, typically it's people that live in the area because they want to drive to the most local group. But now that we're doing Zoom, people have many more options. But we also have educational programs that we offer. A couple of years ago, we did something at City Hall. We had the Samaritans of Lawrence come in. They are suicide experts, suicide prevention experts, and they came in and did a training one morning at City Hall for the city of Gloucester, for professionals, for individuals. The mayor was there, and we were very happy to be able to support that and to bring that group in. We want to do more of that, especially as the pandemic lifts and able to do more on Zoom. Zoom has become a really great platform to be able to offer things to people that may not otherwise have been able to get out and participate. The other program I do want to mention quickly is our Family to Family, and that's an 8-week evidence-based education program for family members of those living with mental health conditions. And we're right in the middle of one right now. We try to run them twice a year. We had to turn people away, unfortunately, from this one because there was such a need. But because it's on Zoom, people had other options. But this program goes through what a loved one can expect, diagnoses, symptoms, how to react and respond to those symptoms, how to talk about tough topics like suicide, how to ask the right questions, what to look for with their loved ones and how to get them help, how to do self-care. All of those things that family members in the midst of a crisis are really struggling to know what to do. And this just offers them tools. It's pretty jam-packed full of information. We give them handouts. We do a lot of talking. The leaders, I co-facilitate one of the groups, but we also give them a chance to talk. And for some, it's the first time they've had a chance to really talk about this condition and the symptoms and all of the things that they've dealt with that has such a stigma. Right. And they do it with a group of people who get it and understand. We're a small organization. We try to reach as many people as we can. We're always looking for ways to grow and for people to know about us. But our mission really is to help those in crisis, whether they're themselves with a diagnosis or family members and loved ones.
When we were discussing all this and talking about possibly having this as a great fundraiser, we talked about that we know that students this year with the schooling, the situation, and whether they should go to school, not go to school, homeschooling, not, and I'm sure that's a big part of your group. Could you kind of talk about that a little bit? It's grown for students.
Sure. So you're right. I mean, mental health diagnoses, issues, symptoms have only grown over the pandemic. And you're right, for students, even young elementary students, high school, middle school, all of that. There is a program that we really want to get up and running. It's called NAMI Basics. It's very similar to the Family to Family, but it's for parents of children who have a mental health diagnosis, because these parents struggle greatly. And you're right, during the pandemic, that's only increased and been exacerbated. And we're looking for people to lead these programs. It has to be people that have the experience, the lived experience. We don't just train anybody to lead these programs. And we want to get them into the schools, into the community, so that parents have another resource. And we want to be there to support people who are struggling with these things as well.
We have one of our viewers right now, Rosemary Ferrara, says she'd like to donate. Rosemary, I imagine that we'll be able to get a hold of you through Facebook Messenger, but we'll take down your information and reach out to you. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. We are official. So I'm not sure what her donation is, but we were at with the other group, and the Alzheimer's group actually has more money. It's not an equal split, but total donations we were at 7,300.
Whoa!
As of this morning.
Wow!
Wow! That's amazing.
Yeah,
it is amazing.
In less than a week, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we get to 8,000, so Joe, I need to mention Joe Higgins, the fish hunter.
Oh, yeah.
He made those cornhole boards with the Gloucester maps
They
on
look
them and
so
the
awesome.
nautical maps. And he said, so far, every 2,000 increment, he's donating one to be raffled off to donors of $100 or more. So when so we're at 7,300. I'm not sure what Rosemary is going to donate, but we're only a little bit away from getting another cornhole set that we'd put into the package of people that have donated.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And they're beautiful sets. I think they're like $400 a piece because they're totally custom and they're. I wish I had a photo of them. Maybe I could find.
So Joe's Fish. He's in He's in Rockport, and his shop is open now. And if you're walking down Bearskin's Neck, there he is, right there. And we really encourage people to go in and take a look at some of the fine things that he has. But that's just a little plug for Joe because he's going to help out so many people. I think it's important for people to realize that when we talk about the mental health, sometimes people think of the older generation. They're thinking maybe their parents, or there's people going around saying, maybe we should have this. But as you've been stressing, it's all the way from the kids right through, or the stress on the parents.
Absolutely.
Trying to deal with maybe the parent and the kid.
Yeah.
So this is something that's very important.
Yeah. One thing that people may not know is the largest group of people that take their life by suicide per capita is older men age 85 and older. And that's something that
Really?
people don't realize.
It is surprising.
Yeah. Now it's not the largest number because there's a smaller number of them. But
Percentage, right.
I looked that up this morning and it's about 38%. I think that's what the suicide rate is, 38. Yeah. And that's significant.
That's a significant number.
Yeah.
I'm going to show a picture of these cornhole boards. There they are right there.
They are beautiful.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Yeah, really good. He puts his fish print on it as well. They're really nice. There's one of his triptychs up top there. But yeah.
So that's something to throw in there, right? If we currently have 2 sets close to 3. And
we have 3 sets close to 4.
Close to 4.
So at 8,000, increments of 2,000 will be 4, right, Jim?
Yes, sir. But I also know that Warren Watt is going to get one of those, so that's why I was doing a minus.
Yeah.
No, we're very excited. We're happy to be able to help. I know it's not a crazy amount of money, but for a little organization like us, and
I'm sure it will be helpful.
And for us, it's amazing because we are totally funded by donations and grants. We don't get any money from the federal government or anything like that. We're a grassroots nonprofit organization affiliated with a larger organization. And anything that we can do to really get the word out and to educate the community and just to make our presence known as well. There's a lot of people that don't know about us because we are fairly small and we deal with a group of people that not everyone is that familiar with. But we really want to help people and families and give them that support that is not always easy to get and connect them with services. We can do that as well. We can give them resources.
Well, thank you so much for that. Tomorrow, I don't know if he's going to put it. I'll have to check to see if they've caught up with the production.
Right. They needed some time, right?
They said it was going to be available again on Tuesday. I don't know if that means it's available to purchase on Tuesday or if it's going to be
after 2
to let it rip on Tuesday.
Right.
So thank you for everybody that's bought the ice cream. Thank you, Dory, for what you're doing and your organization. I will be in touch. And one more time, can you write this down for me? The checks should be made out to what?
NAMI Cape Ann, capital N, capital A, capital M, capital I, Cape Ann.
All right, I'm going to write this in too.
And we do have an office in Gloucester, on Gloucester Ave. So I can send you that information as well.
Well, that is interesting. We're going to come. Some of the people are splitting it up: $50 to NAMI, $50 to Alzheimer's Association. Some are putting to NAMI, some are putting all to Alzheimer's. So
Okay.
we'll get it all straightened out, and by next week, as long as we're going to try to collect everything together. And Sedalia Schwartz is going to help me kind of put a packet together.
She's
and
the
deliver.
one we want to have help us.
Oh, yeah.
Sedalia is very, very organized. So again, thank you so much, and we appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you, Dory.
Thank you so much. This means a lot to us and to those that we serve.
Have a great day.